Every business wants their website to rank well on Google search. And it's not easy to rank well for the right terms, at the right time, at the right location to deliver the results you're wanting for your business. So to better understand search rankings and improve their rankings, many businesses will do research online to learn more about the search algorithm. They'll even talk to digital marketing people. And oftentimes, if they haven't done those either, they'll scratch their heads and try to figure out what's going on and see what they could do to improve their rankings. But did you know that there's a free tool from Google that allows you to work on your site's SEO? You don't need to keep guessing and wondering how to improve your search presence. The tool is called Google Search Console. It used to be called Google Webmasters. That might be a name that you might have heard before, but recently they've rebranded and they call themselves Google Search Console. This tool has a whole bunch of metrics and parameters that gives you an idea of how your website is currently doing on search and how you can improve it in the future. Here's how Google itself describes Google Search Console. Google Search Console is a free service offered by Google that helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site's presence in Google search results. You don't have to sign up for Search Console to be included in Google search results, but Search Console helps you understand and improve how Google sees your site. So as you can see by the description, this could be a very useful tool for you. And it could do wonders for your website by improving your rankings, increasing your traffic, and ultimately adding to the bottom line. Welcome to the latest episode of Corner Your Market. I'm your host, Silas Kinide. In this podcast, I talk about all things digital marketing, from website design and development to SEO and PPC, as well as paid advertising, email marketing, social media, and anything in between. If it's related to digital marketing, I'll talk about it. If you're a small business owner, a marketing manager in a company, or an entrepreneur, this podcast is for you. So tune in every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You'll gain some practical insights, new strategies, tactics, and tools that will help you grow your business. To subscribe, go to corneryourmarketpodcast.com and select the podcast app of your choice. Then you can hit subscribe within those apps. That again is corneryourmarketpodcast.com. Also, don't forget to like and share our individual episodes. You can also leave a review in the app you use to listen. In this episode, I want to talk about Google Search Console and why you need it. Now, there's a lot of Google metrics or platforms that measures metrics, right? There's data in Google Analytics, and we've talked about that before. There's also data in Google My Business page, which is now Business Profile, which we can talk about in future episodes. But there's also Google Search Console, and that's like the third element of digital marketing when you're using Google services. Google Search Console is defined by Google itself as a free service offered by Google that helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site's presence in Google search results. You don't have to sign up for Search Console to be included in Google search results, but Search Console helps you understand and improve how Google sees your site. And that's a really good summary of what Google Search Console is. So today what I wanted to do was basically go over this free service and point out to you why you need to log in, why you need to have an account, why you need to use it to help you with your search results. Now, as they say, search is king, right? I mean, content is king, but search is, I guess, the kingdom. So in Google Search Console, when you log into Google Search Console, there's a lot of tools available to you to help you with improving your search rankings. And that's what everybody's after, your presence and visibility on the SERP, the search engine results page. And Google Search Console can help you with that. There's a lot of tools there. There's a lot of metrics there. There's a lot of things there that can help you improve your site from both a content perspective, performance perspective, indexing perspective, and all that good stuff that a search engine needs in order to position your site at the highest ranks possible. So when you log into Google Search Console, what you'll see, and these are the main things that I would recommend that you look at. So you're going to see like the organic traffic performance. This is basically how the traffic on the search engine is performing for you, and this is only organic traffic. You'll be able to see the number of clicks that you've received from your listings. Keep in mind, this is only organic traffic. It tells you, the impressions, the average click-through rate, how many people, like impressions is how many times it was shown when somebody did that search. So you could have come up 1,000 times, right? That's your impressions. And then your average click-through rate is how many times people actually clicked on the listing. So if you showed up 1,000 times and you showed up, people clicked on it 100 times, that means your click-through rate is 1%. And then your average position is where did you show up on that page? So if you show up, 1,000 times, if you show up on the first, maybe 2 times, and then you show up on the third, the fourth, 4 times, or something like that. There's a whole, and different keywords have different rankings. It gives you an average of your overall site's ranking. Now, when you log in and you see the numbers, it could maybe overwhelm you. You might have a lot of impressions, very low CTRs, and your average position might be very high. That doesn't mean that you're doing a terrible job. It just means that maybe there's other things that you need to work on. A good thing to look at in Google Search Console is also the trends. How is your site performing over time? Is your rankings or your impressions increasing? Is your click-through rates improving? Is your position rising? So those are the kinds of things that you want to look at. And then another thing that is very powerful in Google Search Console, but is not available in Google Analytics, they used to give this to you in Google Analytics way back when, are the queries. Queries are the actual terms that people use to find your site. So it gives you a really good indication of the queries that people are typing into the search box to find your site. And people that have run Google ads will know that that can be very powerful on the paid advertising side. But on the organic side, we really don't have any other place for this data except in Search Console. You're not going to get this in Google Analytics. And this is one of the main reasons why to use Search Console is to see what the queries are that are driving your traffic. And it gives you, how you rank on those queries as well as what your CTR is as well. So it's very powerful. So that's on the traffic performance side, the actual traffic coming to your site. There's a couple other things that are very important in Google Search Console as well. There's how many pages that are indexed by Google. You can see if you have, let's say, 100 pages on your website and you see that only 45 of those pages are indexed by Google, what that means is that Google is only going to rank those 45 pages. The other 55 that you have on your website, Google is ignoring. And you need to find out why that is the case. It does give you a reason as to why the others might not be indexed. So you need to try to fix those indexing errors, and you need to kind of figure out what it is. Is there a technical reason? Is there too many 404s? Or what is the reason for those pages to not be indexed? You need to make sure that as much of your context is indexed by Google as possible. And then because not indexed means that they're not going to be visible on search results. Another part that is really important in Google Search Console is the status of your XML sitemap. I know there's 2 types of sitemaps. There's the HTML sitemap that people put on their site. That's more for the human, right? You need to be able to see what pages are on the site, and you can maybe jump to different things. And I don't know that there are a lot of people put those on there anymore, but some do, and I've seen them. But the XML sitemap is an XML version of the sitemap of your website, and it's usually auto-generated by a tool. And that's what I would recommend, especially if you have WordPress, is that you use the XML sitemap generator that I think is built into SEO Yoast. If you're using the SEO Yoast plugin. If not, you need to figure out a way to generate a dynamic XML sitemap that is current and that is then uploaded to Google Search Console, and that it's published there so that Google can crawl that sitemap. So basically, a sitemap is like when the spider arrives on your site, sitemap basically says, here are the pages, here are their names, here they are, go index them, go view them, and make sure that they're included in the search results, right? So I come across Search Console accounts where they don't have a sitemap, and I find that just having that improves your search rankings quite a bit. And then the other thing that is very valuable, not the main, but one of the main things that is very valuable on Google Search Console is the backlinks section, where you can see who is linking to your site. And backlinks are such an important part of SEO that you really need to pay attention to all of the different backlinks that people are basically to know who is linking to your site and what are those sites like, because you don't want spammy sites to be linking to you. And you need to disavow those links. And Google offers a way for you to disavow your backlinks. So if you see, certain spammy websites are linking to you, that could be hurting your rankings, because backlinks plays such a strong role, an important role in your rankings, that if you have too many spammy backlinks, maybe directories that Google considers to be spammy, maybe websites that have very low domain authority, or maybe services that maybe this particular website has a lot of paid links and Google doesn't like paid links. And maybe for some reason there's a backlink to your site from that site. And so Google's thinking that you paid for that link. And all of a sudden you're getting a negative ding, a ding on your website versus a positive boost on your website from this backlink. So you do need to go through your backlink section on Google Search Console. Go look at it periodically. Check on the domain authority, the type of website that is linking to your website, and see if you need to disavow them. And if you need to disavow them, you can just do a quick Google search on disavowing your link, and a Google tool will come up. And then as long as you're logged into Google Search Console, it takes you to a tool that allows you to basically submit that site, give your reasons, and then just basically disavow it. And so what that does is that link will not be counted against you when Google is considering the relevancy of your website on a particular search query. So anyway, so those are the main things there on Google Search Console. There's a lot of other things on there as well. I would recommend going through some tutorials on Google Search Console. Make sure you understand it, because if you can't afford to hire somebody to help you with SEO, or that you feel like you want to understand how SEO works, this is a great place to log in, become familiar with all the metrics, become familiar with all the performance issues, traffic patterns. Look at the insights, look at the recommendations, look at the indexing errors, look at the crawl errors and everything like that, and try to fix those. And just fixing those will help your site in the long term. And then another note here is be sure that you connect your Google Search Console with your Google Analytics, because I have found that to be very helpful as well, because then the Search Console data will become available to Google Analytics. And so you will be able to get a better picture of your user behavior, your traffic patterns, and maybe your numbers might even change as well. I've seen that happen as well, where once you've connected it, you get better numbers. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm still trying to figure that out. But there was one situation where we connected the two accounts for a particular client, and we got the numbers to change on Google Search on Google Analytics. And I felt like it was stronger numbers, more accurate numbers from what the business was saying they were getting on their website. So anyway, so those are the main things on Google Search Console. Just to kind of recap real quick, on Google Search Console, you can see organic traffic performance. You can see things like impressions, average click-through rate, average position, trends, queries, and things like that. You can see indexing errors and which pages are being indexed and which pages are not being indexed. You can also see the sitemap and whether or not that's being the status of your sitemap and how that's being treated by Google, when was the last time it was scanned, and things like that. And then also you can see the backlinks coming to your site and what you need to do about them. Maybe you need to disavow them and things like that. So all of these things are tools that can help you get your organic rankings improved. It can help you get better at getting your website ranked. And it can just be a great tool to making sure that your digital website, your website is getting the job done for you in terms of your business goals. So log in there, go to Google Search Console, and take a look. If you're a small business owner, a marketing manager at a company, or an entrepreneur, please tune in weekly. You'll gain some insights, tips, and tricks, and be a bit more enlightened when it comes to digital marketing. I promise you, if you implement the strategies, tactics, and tools I've discussed in this podcast, your business will definitely grow. Please subscribe to this podcast. You can do so by going to corneryourmarketpodcast.com and subscribe with the listening platform of your choice. That URL again is corneryourmarketpodcast.com. Don't forget to like and share this episode with your friends and colleagues. Also, don't forget to leave a review. Those mean a lot to me and can help others that would benefit from the information to share. Finally, I would love to hear from you. I love getting listener emails. So if you have questions, feedback, or any general comment about the topics I discuss on this podcast, feel free to send me an email. I will be sure to share and discuss your feedback on the air if it will benefit our listening audience. You can write to me at connect@corneryourmarketpodcast.com. Just put listener comment in the subject line. That email again is connect@corneryourmarketpodcast.com. And again, please put listener comment in the subject line. Thanks for listening today. I look forward to being back next week. Until then, be good and do good.